Picture this. You go to the clinic because a pain has been growing for weeks. You explain it 3 times, you show photos, you describe how it wakes you at night, and the clinician types, smiles, and says, "It's probably nothing. Let's watch it." You leave with no tests, no plan, and that sinking feeling that maybe you missed something important. That's not just frustrating, it can be dangerous. I'm Jess, a family nurse practitioner and legal nurse consultant, and I help people turn those moments of uncertainty into clear steps. Today, I'm going to give you language, documentation habits, and a calm escalation plan you can use the next time you feel unheard. Quick promise. You'll get a 1-minute problem statement, scripts for the room and phone, a single structure portal message that actually gets read, and the exact red flags that mean head to the emergency department. No jargon, just practical steps.
Why does this happen? A few realities. Clinicians are often rushed. 10 to 15 minutes is common, and that pushes people to use pattern recognition. That's efficient, but it misses the unusual. Charting and inbox overload chop time for conversation. And bias, age, gender, race, weight, and even how you speak can influence whose symptoms get taken seriously. Knowing that lets you shape your message so it cuts through.
Here's the simplest shift that helps. Be specific, be objective, and give a clear decision point. Not, "I feel awful," but "My main concern is new chest pressure. Twice this week, 10 minutes each, with shortness of breath while climbing stairs." Details versus feelings when you need action. Let's build that into a 1-minute problem statement you can rehearse. Start, "My main concern is," then 3 facts, timing, severity, and an objective sign. Example, "My main concern is the chest tightness I've had twice this week. It lasts about 10 minutes, feels like pressure across my chest, and I became short of breath when I climbed stairs yesterday." Short, focused, impossible to misinterpret. At the start of the visit, try this script. "I need your help with one main thing today. I've had X for Y days, and it is changed because Z. These are the facts I'm most worried about. A, B, C. Can we prioritize tests or a follow-up plan to rule out urgent causes?" That last line signals you want a decision, not a polite shrug. On the phone, be even sharper. Open with, "This is name. I need to speak to someone about main symptom because it's new, worse, or unstable." Say the words new, sudden, or worse. Those trigger attention. Ask, "What measurable signs in the next 24-48 hours would make me come in?" That forces a timeline and specific red flags from the triage nurse. Micro vignette. I once worked with a patient who kept saying, "My ankle keeps swelling." The clinician heard swelling and suggested icing. We changed the message to, "Right now my ankle swells within 20 minutes of standing. It's 3 centimeters larger than the other side. Walking is painful to a 7 out of 10. The team ordered an ultrasound and found a clot. Specific saved time and risk." Listen for clinician cues. If you hear, "Let's watch," ask, "What time frame would that be? And what test or sign would make you change the plan?" If they say a diagnosis you don't understand, ask, "What findings would make you change your mind?" Convert opinions into decision points. Now, documentation. Use the portal, but don't ramble. Date it. Give the 1-minute problem statement, then list 3 short bullets. Onset, date, objective sign or measurement, and your request. Example, 3:28, new chest pressure X2 this week, 10 minutes each, SOB with stairs. BP at home today, 138/86. Request, EKG within 48 hours or urgent visit. Short, clinical, and actionable gets read. Portal success story. One patient sent a dated note with a photo of a spreading rash, exact onset time, and a 1-line request for an urgent in-person visit. The clinic responded within hours. Why? Because the message looked like clinical data, not an emotional essay. Keep a simple symptom log clinicians will actually read. Date, time, symptom, 1 or 2 words, severity, 1 to 10, trigger, what helped. Photos or short videos with timestamps are even better. Convert subjective worry into an evidence trail. If you feel dismissed in the room, stay factual and calm. Say, I'm worried because these symptoms are new and worsening. I'd like a plan to rule out urgent causes. Can we do X test or a follow-up in Y days? Keep asking for thresholds. What would make you order imaging or labs? That turns a vague answer into clear criteria. And if a conversation becomes unproductive, document it. Send a dated portal message summarizing the visit, who you saw, what was said, and your request. That record helps patient relations and, if needed, legal consultants understand the timeline. If you suspect bias is affecting care, bring someone with you to corroborate, or request a chaperone or different clinician. State your concern in the portal. I'm concerned my symptoms were minimized on 3/28. I'd like an urgent reevaluation. Keep it factual, not accusatory. That keeps the focus on care. Now, the escalation ladder, calm and prioritized. 1. During the visit, ask for a clear time frame and what test would change the plan. 2. If you leave without a plan and remain worried, send a dated portal message requesting an urgent follow-up within 48 to 72 hours. 3. If symptoms worsen or you hit red flags, go to urgent care or the ER. 4. If the response is dismissive but not urgent, request a second opinion or contact patient relations.
Red flags. These require immediate care. Chest pain with shortness of breath or fainting. Sudden severe headache, unlike any before. Sudden numbness or weakness. Trouble speaking or seeing. Sudden vision loss. Uncontrolled bleeding. Those are not negotiation points. Go to the emergency department now.
A brief quoted exchange to illustrate tone. Patient says, I'm really worried about this pain. It's keeping me awake. Clinician replies, we can wait a week and see. Instead of escalating, patient responds, I appreciate that, but my concern is new and worsening. What test in the next 48 hours would change your plan? See the difference? One is emotional. One converts worry into a clinical decision. Before I wrap, 3 things to do right now. Say them out loud and do them. 1. Write your 1-minute problem statement and rehearse it. 2. Start a symptom log with date, time, severity, and if possible, a photo or video. 3. If you were recently dismissed but remain worried, send a dated portal message requesting an urgent follow-up within 48 to 72 hours. Do those 3 now, and you'll already be safer. Final safety note. If you think your life is at risk, call emergency services immediately. If it's not urgent, but you're still concerned, favor documented channels and second opinions over confrontations. And if a conversation gets heated, pause and redirect to documentation. That preserves both your safety and your case. Thanks for spending this time with me. If this episode helped you feel more confident about being heard, that's exactly why I do this work. I'm Jess, a family nurse practitioner and legal nurse consultant. And if you need deeper help with a complex case, you can learn more at FAQ by nursejessconsulting.com. If you found this episode useful, please share it and subscribe so more people get practical tools for communicating with clinicians. Send questions or topic ideas through the contact page. I may feature them in a future episode. Until next time, stay informed, stay compassionate, and always put safety first.